It's the Mark Kotsay Show. Hello, Mark Kotsay.
Hi, Townie.
5 years?
This is 5th year, yeah. It's gone quick.
It's unbelievable.
It really is.
How you feeling?
I'm freezing. Yeah.
We're trying to sell sunny Arizona Valley of the Sun, come buy tickets, and you're coming up like you're going to the snow.
It was 75, 80 degrees last week, and now the weather's turned, of course.
You played in cold weather cities. You got soft.
Yeah, when I was younger, it didn't impact, the bones as much. Now it's like it goes right through the bones.
So for the past hour, I've been talking about it's different.
You can talk for an hour, that's for sure.
There's no doubt. The clubhouse is different. The kids have grown up.
Well, we still got kids in there. So, I mean, yeah, the ones that have been here for a few years have definitely grown up. There's no question about that. You look at guys like Shay Langeliers and Tyler Soderstrom. Obviously Rook's a little bit older. He's still youthful in MLB years.
True.
Right. But that room has some experience now, and they've been together for a while, and it's fun to watch them, just kind of hang out and really enjoy spring training and get prepared for a season.
All right, let's give you a little love here, because I talked about all the young players signing, and we'll count Rooker in the signing. But when you look at Lawrence Butler and you look at Tyler Soderstrom and Jacob Wilson and the signings, they all say, yes, it's about signing with the Athletics, but it's really signing because of what they believe in here, what they believe in their group, and what they believe in you. What does that say to you that these guys have said, I don't want to deal with arbitration, I don't want to deal with free agency, I want to be here? You've also signed on to be here. What does that mean to you that these guys have said, you know what, I'm not about the almighty dollar and getting as much as I possibly can. I want to take care of myself, but more importantly, I want to be here and play for you and play with these guys.
No, it's the greatest compliment you can get as a manager when you have a group of players that want to play for you, that believe in, where we're headed, and obviously in the process, be rewarded for it as well. And I think we're seeing that more and more. We've got, as you mentioned, a few guys locked up for an extended period of time, and those guys are the core. We're hoping to add to that core with some more guys. And there's a lot of talent in that locker room that I think, will at some point impact this roster, want to be a part of this roster. And that's the culture that we want. We want guys to want to play here, to want to be a part of, the success that lies in front of us.
You talk about the message that you send from at the very first meeting. It's, I assume, changed throughout the first 4 years. What was the message this year to the group?
Let's go win a championship. That's the goal. And at the end of it, regardless of where we end up in the result, we measure ourselves against the championship level. And I think that's how we approach every day now. We approach it by the work we put in, the focus that we have. Preparation equals confidence. And the more you're prepared for the moment, the better off the result's going to be.
When you look at pitching this year, it's different. Just interviewing all these different guys. We've done all these different interviews, and it's just the confidence that you have in the guys that you think they're going to be with the staff, but then the confidence of the young guys that are going to be down at AAA who have some big league experience now. It's like everybody's got a little experience. You got to be feeling pretty good about the entirety of what you have from a starting, because you're going to need double-digit guys this year.
Yeah, I mean, every year you need double-digit guys. You see that with every organization, especially, the successful organizations have the depth, and that's where we're trying to build. Trying to build a stable down there.
It's like horses. You need a bunch of horses.
You really do, And if you look at the guys that are projected to be in the rotation, Severino's back, Springs is back. We're looking for them to build off their second halves to their seasons. And you mix in, a guy like Morales, a guy like Lopez, a guy like Ginn. You add, the other guys that have came up and filled roles as well, which, Barnett, Hoglund. There's more names, obviously, and
Perkins, Ginn. Yeah. I mean, you just go down the line. You got guy. Gage Jump's going to come. I mean, there's a ton of guys.
Yeah, Jump, Baez, Net. Yeah. Those guys were acquired in the Miller deal. So, you're looking at a list of names that you're hopeful we don't have to get down that deep, but if we do that, they'll be able to come up and help this club win.
So we're going to hear from Luis Severino in this show. I talked to him earlier on Monday. He looks very comfortable. He seems comfortable. There's a difference. Do you get that same sense?
Well, I know he's obviously come to camp prepared to go out for the WBC. I think there's a motivation there to go pitch for the Dominican and represent his country, which I love.
Yeah.
I think there's nothing better than representing your country in a worldwide event that it's a big stage, right? And so he's a little more prepared in advance right now. There's a different focus, right? Because he knows he's going out to compete in a couple weeks. But overall, I do agree with you that he's definitely more comfortable. He's used to the environment, to the surroundings, to the people that he's working with on a day in, day out basis.
The bullpen last year, I love the strategy at the end of the year. We've talked a lot about it with Scott Emerson, and we got into it at the end of last year. But now thinking about it going into the season, it was great. It was like, gentlemen, show up, be ready, and be ready to go more than 3 outs. And they flourished. You had one of the best bullpens in all of baseball in the second half. Could we kind of see that mentality again, and can it be done for a full season?
Everyone's going to like success, right? And we had success.
I love success.
Everybody's going to say it was the greatest idea ever because
You're
you guys
brilliant.
had success. But if it hadn't been good, then everybody would have said, "What the hell are you doing?" Let's speak the truth, right? But yes, I think there's different roles, there's different ways to utilize the pin. We figured out last season that where the success lied for the group, and we were able to take advantage of that and really use it to our advantage. And I think, every year is a different year. We're going to see how we come out and who's in that bullpen and, how we can help us be successful, how they can help us be successful.
When you look at third base, because pretty much the infield's pretty much set. Love talking to Jeff McNeil. Boy, he's going to bring some nasty to the clubhouse. I like that. There's an edge.
There's an edge, obviously. He's coming from a big market, a market where there's just a ton of attention, and it can be a good thing and it can be a negative thing. But I think Jeff fits nicely with the group. He's assimilated really nice in this spring training so far, and I think there's a silent leadership quality to him.
Well, I want to talk about third base because, the other day he was walking by. I'm like, man, look how big Max Muncy's got. And he's starting to get into that strength. He's starting to how do you see third base shaking out?
Well, I think, obviously we're excited about Muncy, and obviously Muncy has a high ceiling. You've got guys like Darryl Hernandez, you got Brett Harris, and you got Andy Ibanez. Ibanez is a little bit more experienced. He's played on the Tigers for the last few years, a team that's been to the playoffs. So excited about having options at third base, really.
Yeah, you had a lot of versatility.
That's correct.
All right, Nick Kurtz. He still is just shows up. He's a humble kid. Everybody wants him to be this grand superstar, but Nick Kurtz I was explaining, he shows up in sweats. He's ready to rock. He's ready to bang it. What's it like, Nick Kurtz, in year 2?
Same as year 1. Fine.
Yeah.
I mean, same as year 1. He's fun. He's quiet, like you said. He's humble. Yeah, you can just see the ultra competitor in him, and that's fun to watch.
Let's end on this because we're going to play him after this. Shay Langeliers, you want to talk about watching a young man. We've always known he was talented. We've been talking to him since he got traded over here and he was going to the Futures game. He's a terrific athlete. He really came on offensively. We know what he can do defensively, but you can just see the leadership in your catcher, how he deals with the pitching staff, how he prepares, how he helps all these guys. Just tell the fans just how special this guy is, and he's entering his prime.
Yeah, I think I've sung his praises since 23 when he came here, and I've always had that comparison to a Sean Murphy. And I always said I thought he was better offensively than Murph, and he's starting to prove that. And I think we can expect another really solid year from Shay, and like you said, a leadership type role has emerged for him, and it's fun to watch.
How about the great job that the great Mark Ling does?
Love Mark Ling. Love our media relations.
The glue guy. He's the glue guy. He keeps it all together.
I mean, have we got a shot of the two gentlemen holding up the tent right now?
We've talked about him.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
Road Trip Mike is without Road Trip. We were getting rained on right now.
We are getting. It is
the great
raining.
Jack Lima also.
Yep.
Well, I'm keeping it short because it's cold and it's raining.
Yeah, I mean, I heard in my ear 1 minute and commercial break, but you keep going.
Well, the bottom line is, Kotz, get ready. It's you and me every single week, my friend, for the Mark Kotsay Show.
It's a privilege to be on your show. It's a privilege to be managing this ball club. Like you said, it's my 5th year, and
it's gone by so fast.
It has flown by. So
this year's going to be special.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
We'll see you in Sacramento.
Sounds great.